qualifying tournaments, and we've got the quarterfinals after their matches earlier today. Germany to take on Uruguay, that's the first one. Ireland, who were beaten last year in the semi-final, and against Japan will take on Russia. They played earlier today. Chile and Tonga, and of course the hosts, Hong Kong, will hope they can beat Philippines.
And we turn our attention to the men's qualifier quarterfinals. And first up, it's Germany, beaten finalists here in this competition the last 2 years, up against Uruguay. Sam Ranger, the captain for Germany. Diego Ardeo leads the Uruguayan side. Germany were very impressive, picking up 3 wins in their opening 3 pool games here in this competition. Uruguay had to work a little harder. We saw them last year, Germany, lose in heartbreaking fashion to Japan, who won promotion into the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. Ardeo leads out Uruguay in their light blue. Germany all in white, and alongside me, former England Sevens captain Rob Vickerman. And Rob, given those results so far this weekend, relatively speaking, you expect Germany to be favourites here?
Well, really interesting, Rupert, watching Uruguay nearly take it into Ireland, and they should have done. Spoke with the Germans before, and they really feel as though the teams are just faltering slightly at the big crucial moments. So Germans come into this looking for that real complete performance. They speak quite often about their psychological edge that they need in games like this. This is a one-of-a-kind tournament, and they know just how much is at stake.
So a top 4 spot, a semi-final place is the target in the men's qualifier. Such a cutthroat tournament. All about that golden ticket into the top tier of sevens. Germany get us underway. Okay. John Doerr has it, but they'll go back for the free kick. Didn't go the 10. So a chance for Uruguay here with the free kick to get their attacking game into action. Felipe Echeverri gives it off to his captain Ardeo, and here's the other Echeverri brother, Thomas. Through the hands of Alonso to James McCubbin. Requires a couple of Germans to bring him to the floor. Here's Ardeo again, good hands from the skipper. Gives it off to Thomas Echeverri. Passadore at scrum half. Clever feet from Felipe Echeverri, and he's found some space for his brother Toma back inside. Uruguay still have it. Alonso hits and spins. Great attacking opportunity for Uruguay. They got the penalty as well. Can they make something of it?
Well, really are looking threatening on that left-hand side. Whenever you see the combination of Ardeo and Thomas Echeverri, 1 and 7, it really is a potent combination. It must have been some backyard with the Echeverri boys playing as brothers, because they're pretty special players. And Ardeo, I like the way that he's always asking those questions.
There's another brother as well, who plays for the national team, 15-a-side rugby. But here they come again. All the possession and territory so far with the Uruguayans. Passadore to Thomas Echeverri. Chance of an overlap. Ardeo could maybe have stayed on the sideline. Still going, the captain, 4 meters out. Quick ball required. They have it. First try coming. Can he reach out? Yes, he can. No, it's been disallowed.
Well, look at the floor punch. The referee exactly where he needed to be. But it's just on that final spin as a short ball, almost like a 15s line, staying nice and close to the breakdown. Biniak comes in, and what fantastic effort from Tim Biniak. He slaps it out, meaning that he's given us a knock-on. That is an out-and-out try-saver from Biniak.
5, set.
So Germany with possession, but they're right in front of their try line. They decide to kick. No sweeper back for Uruguay. And that's not a bad nudge, and they're charging onto it. Bastian Himmer was the chaser. Alonso's done well to get back for Uruguay. Some slow runners coming back for the South Americans. They've still only got 6 players. They've got 2 players in front of the ball at the moment.
And all of them in half the pitch, so much width on the left. And that's oppressive for French from the Germans. Quick ball now, and they could be walking in on the left.
Well, they decide to kick the touch. Instead, take the territory in the attacking line out.
The penalty for not releasing. And Biniak again involved. He gets over the ball, keeps it nice and strong, such as he is. Big physical specimen, not able to get taken off the ball. Now, this is a really interesting tactic from the Germans. They're slowing the game down. They're playing to set piece. This is a massive game from a team that need to perform.
Himmer on the wraparound. Here he is again, a double loop from Himmer. It's now with Fabian Hempel. That's come off an Uruguayan player. It's gone forward, advantage Germany. And they'll go to the penalty. No yellow card for the deliberate knockdown.
Which was the indication of the referee there. He did suggest it was knockdown, in which case that is a yellow card. Very lucky for the Germans, but the penalty is conceded. Not going well, count against them. 2 minutes of play and 2 penalties in that time.
John Doerr restarts play. They decide on the kick pass, but it's too heavy. Almost sits up, in fact.
Offside.
Well, they had the decision. That was offside, was the chaser. So that went terribly wrong for Germany.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times from the Germans. They like the kick pass, but it wasn't quite a Schweinsteiger in the middle, was it? Bit of a heavy touch and then got in front of it as well. Good tactic, because the Uruguayans are playing quite tight in both attack and defence, so holding that width and using that kick pass, not a bad option, but now again chance for Uruguay to make territory and to build their play, which they did so well in the opening 3 or 4 minutes.
Still scoreless, approaching the final 90 seconds of this first half. Men's qualifier quarter-final. Uruguay win the line-up. Pasadore through to Echeverri, Thomas to Alonso, Nadal, and that's Thomas Echeverri involved at the breakdown as well. They like the long passes, trying to stretch the German defence with width. Going in for the turnover was John Doerr, and they win it. And they go straight away. It's Sam Ranger. He offloads. Chance here for Germany now. Can they keep hold of possession? Edging ever closer. Last-ditch Uruguayan defence holding firm. Long back line stretched if they can find them. Bastian Himmer. Ranger, loose pass, gives the Uruguayan defence a chance to reset, and certainly did that, didn't they? Big double tackle. Both of these sides look tired here. There's the offload, and they get it on the bounce, but it's gone forward again, so another opportunity missed for Germany.
Well, twice now we've seen it on both ends of the pitch, these pivotal moments. First Uruguay not able to score it, and then John Doerr. This is Uruguayan for no thank you. What a tackle, double man, completely safe, not past horizontal, so legitimate. And then that offload, just not able to find John Doerr. It went a little bit forward when he tried to offload it, and that's frustration from both John Doerr and Villo Sanqua. on the sideline.
Zanko, former South African Sevens player, in charge of this German team, and Uruguay just banged that over the sideline from the field position they were in. They'll go to the huddles, scoreless so far, the opening men's qualifier quarterfinal.
Fases más, igual, no importa, 1000 fases más, ¿viste? O si nos patean al fondo una situación como la que nos pasó y no bajamos, le devolvemos la pelota al fondo, le devolvemos la pelota al fondo y nos olvidamos del lío. Y nosotros no nos hagamos el sistema, ¿viste? Ahí te saliste del sistema, perdimos la bola. Jimmy, fuiste de punta al pedo, y si vamos a ir de punta, vamos con más convicción, usar el físico, que está bien, usemos, ataquemos más la pelota, usemos más el físico, que está impecable.
Un poquito. Vos, lo que dice Nacho, más control de pelota, tenemos que estar un poquitito más cerca del límite.
Und wir sind in Control, okay? Und dabei bleibt, okay? Wir legen jetzt gleich 2 Dinger. Also, 7 Minuten, alles rein! Und 7 Minuten, alles rein! Die ersten Punkte gehören uns, Mann! Deutschland!
Ganar un partido de la reconcha de la madre no nos vamos a olvidar nunca más en la vida.
Vos, viva intensidad, viva acción, viva secuencia, dale. Vamos, Uruguay.
Fans enjoying this tense men's qualifier quarterfinal. Coming up next, it's Ireland against Russia. Russia, the relegated team in this competition from the main draw. Then it's Chile against Tonga. Those two teams have looked impressive in Hong Kong so far this year. And we round it out with the hosts, Hong Kong against Philippines, a place in the qualifier semi-finals up for grabs. Uruguay decides to kick long, and it's Bookman, who's come off the bench to start this second half. He's playing in his 4th qualifying tournament here in Hong Kong. The last 2 seasons they reached the final, bridesmaids on both occasions. Uruguay knocked out at this stage of last year's competition. Germany trying to get something going here, neither side being able to find a breakthrough. Sam Ranger stands in the tackle. Bookman picks it up off the deck and sets off the big man. He's still going, Bookman. If he can find an offload, they might be in business, Germany. A bit of go forward, that's what they need. Hempel. Well, Breschenmacher can't quite hold on to the ball. Spotted a knock on there from Uruguay, the referee, so it'll be a scrum to Germany. Fresh legs coming on for Uruguay. It's Valentin Grill.
Well, interesting to just look at the styles of play here. Both teams are making a decent amount of tackles, and it comes from the amount of carries. This is the really important one. So when it pops up, you can see the amount of times that they're carrying the ball from the amount of passes. Now, there's not a whole amount of line breaks, so you have to assume that they're seeking contact. They're running to the tackle too much and not keeping that statistic high. Offloading game is what it's all about. There's not errors because there's very little risk on show at the moment. Both teams are playing with a real reservation that actually they have to break a bit. If they open it up, it will benefit their style of play.
Yeah, let's be honest, it's not the greatest game of rugby sevens we've ever seen so far, but a big opportunity here for Germany. 0-0, 5.5 minutes to go in this qualifier quarter-final. Adding a bit of pace on the game now is Breschenmacher. to Biniak. Came up with a big defensive play in the first half. Bookman stands in the tackle, offloads. Edging ever closer. Germany, chance here on the near side. One more pass will do it. And finally, Bastian Himmer scores for Germany. And after 9 minutes of sevens, we have our first try.
But he certainly looks like a man who's tried pretty hard both today and yesterday. And Himmer, one of the stars of the show for the Germans. Again, it comes from a lot of contact, a lot of set piece, the breakdown, which is when the game does stop around the contest of the ball. They speed it up a bit and then find the gaps. That's what the Germans need. Keep the ball moving. And they're fit enough to be able to cope with it.
No extra two for Himmer, remains 5-0. Himmer restarts play. That's a very athletic take from Grill, under pressure as well. Just 5 points the difference. Bookman desperately wants to steal the ball, but can't get close enough to it. Here's Grill again. Solid tackle over there on the far side from Robert Hasse. He's come off the bench in this second half for Germany. Bounce pass across here to the captain, Diego Ardao. Can't get away from the tackle of Bookman. Long pass. Trying to find the space, Uruguay. Setting off on a run is Felipe Echeverri. He's found some space. He's got a player either side of him. Can he find the offload? Spits out the back of that breakdown, and it's on here for Uruguay, but that pass has not found a player, and the chip and chase is on for Alonso. Sits up beautifully. Try awarded.
Well, that was incredible. Alonso decided to walk in the goal area. Biniak came in with an absolute whammo. Great creativity to start it. Lovely break on the inside. This then gets transferred back to the open side, and then the chip gave him the chance to get him behind. But rather than just put it down, he saunters in the end goal, and watch out for this hit. Biniak comes in and whacks him. That was very, very lucky for Alonso.
Conversion successful. Well, we saw what happened to Freddie Burns playing for Bath in a European Champions Cup game earlier this year, where Maxime Maida knocked the ball out of his hands. Being a little bit casual, having already got over the try line, but fortunately on that occasion for Alonso, all his great work was not undone. 7-5, Uruguay lead Germany. What can the finalists in this competition of the last 2 years find here? One minute 40 to go. They have the penalty. Go quickly. Bookman on the wing here, rangy. The pass is a little in front. He does well to hold on. His big 6'6" Anjo Bookman. And a steal at the breakdown from Diego Ardao, the Uruguayan captain. The referee's just going to have a chat to his assistant here. Let's have a listen.
Around the neck, pulling off the blue player.
Here, number 11, on the neck. Here, where's your logo?
Yellow card.
Okay, excellent. Number 11. Your neck roll, dangerous, outside.
It's about to get worse for Germany, because Claude Breschenmark has gone to the sin bin for 2 minutes. This is slowly unraveling for the Germans here.
And he's absolutely right in doing so. You target the head, you put your arms around the neck
Keep going.
and try and roll. That's a dangerous thing to do in a breakdown. Assistant referee absolutely right then, correct to inform the referee, whose decision then was the yellow card, meaning for the rest of this game, Germany are going to be one man down. This could be a bit of a shock, Rupert.
This would be a big upset. Germany unbeaten in all 3 pool games. Uruguay just snuck into the top 8. But they've got a 2-point advantage and a 1-man advantage in this match. 45 to go. All they need to do here is play keep ball. And they're through to the semi-finals, and they're knocking out one of the tournament favourites, Germany.
That's a massive play from John Doe. He gets that chance, and now look at this. We talk about pressure in the game of sevens all the time. John Doe. Vital penalty for his team.
Here comes Germany playing with 6 men, remember. Bookman stands in the tackle, gets some help from Hasse. John Doe came up with the steal to get possession back. That's the final hooter. This is the final play. What have Germany got? If they don't score here, they are going out of this competition. This would be a big shock. Ball on the floor. Hint of a knock on there. Play on, says the referee. Doe has it. Germany fighting to the end. 6 on 7. Need to try and commit a few Uruguayan defenders. At the moment, these Uruguayans are just picking Germany off. They've got an advantage here for offside. Line speed too quick from Uruguay. Another penalty to Germany.
And the Germans still trying to play the same tactic, looking for contact, keep the ball alive, and they've got hope.
6 on 7. Germany need a score. This is the final play. Unless we have another penalty. They'd be devastated to be knocked out at this stage of the tournament after cruising through their pool.
Running on empty, they are not moving forward. It's just a matter of time until Uruguayans use their numerical advantage. They need the gap.
Chance on the far side, and they've done it! Germany, against all odds, down to 6 men, have come up with the score. It's Bastian Himmer who saves their blushes. Tim Lichtenberg, in fact, gets the try.
Every single player is currently lying on the floor, partly through absolute desperation, partly through exhaustion. What a finish. The Germans had absolutely nothing left. Lichtenberg has just inspired his coaches on the side and got his team through. Talk about leaving it late. 2 minutes in extra time, and that is the other side of the coin.
Oh, there are 2 sides to every story, and the pictures tell it. Uruguay knocked out by Germany. A close call for one of the qualifying tournament favourites. They go through to the semi-finals. Just.
Okay, one qualifying semi-finalist is locked away. Germany get themselves 1 step closer. Who will they face tomorrow? Will it be Ireland or Russia? We're about to find out. This a repeat of the pool game earlier today between Ireland and Russia, where Ireland were way too good for the Russians. I'm sure Maloney alongside me for the call in this one. It is a good evening in World Rugby. Hall of Famer Gareth Rees. Which way do you see this one going, Reesy?
Well, I think that first game, you got to throw it out the window. Obviously, Ireland dominated certain aspects, but the coaching, we know Saravi's there. I think they're going to have looked at some of the kickoff issues, some of the possession issues for Russia. We know the Russians are potent. They have pace throughout this side.
It's a depleted bench for the Irish, though, as Craig Evans gets ready to take control. Missing John O'Donnell and Hugo Keenan, both injured. It is, however, a strong starting lineup for the Irish. Led so well by Harry McNulty in the number 3 jersey. And they've got the pace out wide in the form of Jordan Conroy to cause all sorts of issues. Ireland v Russia. Our second qualifying quarter-final, and Ireland get an early touch on and come down with it. Here they are, Ireland. Conroy with an early grab, launches, and then kicks out of one, kicks out of another, and keeps it alive. It's a blistering start from Conroy and Kennedy.
Well, what a dream start. I was going to say they need to get the ball in Conroy's hands early. Well, they did that in the first 10 seconds. Wide looping pass. Conroy does what he does. He challenges the defender, he beats one, and then keeps it alive. Kennedy's rewarded. Irish eyes are smiling early on here in Hong Kong.
He's just so lethal. Jordan Conroy is not scoring them, he's setting them up, and it is Terry Kennedy, the beneficiary on that occasion. 7-0 is the score after the successful conversion.
Well, the meaning for both of these unions, it's only advancing to the semis, but it's keeping their dreams, their hopes alive of returning to the HSBC World Series as a core team.
Dardis, the captain, down to McNulty, who pulls it in and steamrolls his way towards the sticks. Conroy out wide. Kennedy this time round, he puts it on a plate for Conroy. The old 1-2 from the 9-7. And they're up by 12.
Well, if you're Coach Anthony Eddy, you couldn't draw it up any better. What are our strengths? McNulty in the air. Well, watch this. There's possession. There's the drive forward. Quickly produce it. And what is the next strength? Well, let's get it out wide to Jordan Conroy with space. Happy days for Ireland.
Oh, the little power fade back through the sticks from Dardis makes it a 14-point lead to the Irish. Anthony Eddy, the boss of Ireland here in Hong Kong, and Aussie doing terrific things up in the Northern Hemisphere.
Well, this has been a campaign. It's not just a few months they put into this. They put years into this sevens campaign.
Finally, Russia get their hands on the ball through 3 minutes of play. They settle, and the direction comes to plug it to touch off the boot of Gostjuzev.
Yeah, penalty there. There's some contact in the air on the receiver. A little look here. The man in the air is protected. Nothing malicious, but deemed a penalty.
Guys, back.
Russia, decent field position here for Gostjuzev, brings it down, lays it off the top to Onchilikov, and they march on again. Yuri Gostjuzev, they lose possession and hand it back to Ireland, who top up and have a look at a red wall in front. Conroy and Kennedy again looking to combine down this right-hand side. Kennedy. That's Horan. Late switch, trying to get Kennedy to the outside there. He's tackled well. O'Shea. Horan again. Punchy little runner is Foster Horan. McNulty. We've seen how good he is in the air now. Along the turf he goes. McNulty opens up. Harry Getone.
Well, is that relief on his face or absolute joy? He squares it up. He's looking, what did they give him? They gave him a gap and he took it. He knew what was coming. He knew how much ground he had to cover. Eric McNulty gets the right arm over for Ireland's third.
That one absolutely slammed through the glow six, and it is 21 blot in favour of Ireland.
Look at that determination, and wisely puts the ball in the outside arm away from the attacker.
Okay, it has been all Ireland. Their execution has been wonderful to set up this commanding lead in their second qualifying quarter-final. High tackle is the call there. Now they can just settle and plug the corner and look to McNulty at line-out time if they wish.
Well, this is close to the perfect half so far with just over a minute to go here. Even that ball regained after the tap back.
Let's go, please.
That's O'Shea trying to duck his way up the park. Kennedy taps it on for Conroy. Conroy holds up the first defender and gets around the outside. This kid has wheels. Conroy, oh yeah.
Well, that was more than just using the pace on the outside. He literally weaved his way inside and out. In there and out there. Remind you, he scored a hat-trick against England at Twickenham to lift the bronze. Last time Ireland won the World Series event. He's got another one here.
Also scored a hat-trick earlier today against Russia. They're thinking, we're done with him. Get him off the park. Enough Conroy already. $28-0 through 7 minutes of play.
Look at that. 10 carries to 1, and the success rate is 100%.
McNulty again, he's a pest at the restart, knocked on by Russia, and that might just do us for the first half. That is exactly how Craig Evans sees it too. And at the break, it is Ireland up against Russia by 4 converted tries. Just 2 games to go on day 2 here at the Hong Kong Stadium. We'll grab ourselves a couple more semi-finalists. Chile up against Tonga, followed by the locals against the Philippines in an all-Asian affair to round out day 2 here of the 2019 HSBC Cathay Pacific Hong Kong Sevens. And in just a moment, it will be Dmitry Sukhin, the Russian captain, who recommences play. Here we go again. 7 minutes for Russia to try and pull this one out of the fire. Down by 28 against a rampant Irish team. It's all going the way of the men in green at the moment. The powering contact from McNulty. Is that a maul? Oh, look at this. Look at this. A little 4-on-1 action as
Oh, almost got it down.
he's almost there and now in a touch. And that was Brian Molan who was set upon the gag tackle. Reece, just to explain what's happening here for the punters at home who aren't across what needs to happen.
Mullen, despite the attentions, is trying to get his knee to the ground. That'll be a completed tackle, but he's unceremoniously carried into touch by the Russian frigate there.
Sozanov scragged and scragged high by Kennedy. So the penalty goes to Russia, and in comes Sukin, who will look for touch again.
Well, we heard from the great one, Serevi, at halftime there, trying to inspire this team. But I don't think he has even inspired a 28-point comeback at the half. Very little to show. They had no possession. We talked about kickoffs off the top. And, you know, the kickoff possession for Ireland has been remarkable. They've won everything. So they haven't let Russia into this game.
This time yesterday, Ireland were up against Uruguay. They led 26-7 before conceding 19 straight late in that one to leave them all square at the end. Maybe Russia can draw some inspiration from that.
Hold.
Up goes Goshuzev, and it's now slipped up off the deck from Sukin over to Sharakov. Sharakov pops it back in field, still with Russia, and now Conroy comes in. There's a loose hand in there, though.
Oh, this is a strange call. Sorry, he's going to his pocket. I don't think that went forward off the green hand. I think it went back. But Craig Evans is convinced Ireland are going to be one short.
Russia with a one-man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Cut ball goes all the way across to Stepanov. Gresev. Desperate for points, but counter-rucked off the ball there. And then Ireland handed back to Russia. We'll head back for the scrum.
Well, everything's going Ireland's way despite that knock-on. Let's remember, they were within a hair's breadth of getting to the final last year. One knock-on in a try-scoring situation cost them the match against Germany. They went on to lose against Japan in the final. So this Irish side are due a few bounces. Just that one handling error for them. I know talking to high performance director David Nusafora, was very fresh in their mind. This first half will take those memories away, but they do have to hang on here for 4.5 more minutes.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Russia chasing their first points. After 9.5 minutes of play, their breakdown is blown apart again, but they have to throw extra bodies in there to retain possession. Now Ireland just push them away and snap it back. Conroy, he's going to give chase to this one. Dink downtown, here we go indeed. Conroy, it sits up high, it's overrun now, he picks it up, spins out of one, goes himself Conroy, looking for support and catching it finally from Dardis, the captain. McNulty. Here it is with O'Shea. O'Shea looking for the knockout blow. This will be play on. If Ireland can sweep through and maybe get a touch on, this will be a 5-metre scrum, Ireland feed.
Well, credit the 6 men in green jerseys. They're one short. They've turned the ball over twice in contact. Maybe some questionable attacks from the Russians not going wide. And then they almost manufacture a try. Now they got a 5-metre scrum, and they'll be coming back to full strength within seconds here. Yes, they are. Back on the field comes the offender, Ian Fitzpatrick.
Come off those players' head. He's doing goal. No, he's running off players. He's
Surely the play here is just shuffle to Conroy out on that right wing. He's got acres of space on the outside. If he can set up the angled run, he's going to take all types of stopping. It starts at the scrum. Here they come. Kennedy hops towards the line. Kennedy goes himself. Kennedy has his second now.
Well, I think everyone in the stadium was thinking what you were thinking, Sean, but Kennedy took exception to that. He said, I don't need Conroy, I'm going to do this on my own. Skip step outside. Clinical work from the Irish, and there's still a goose egg on the board for Russia.
Picked up a double yesterday in that win again, in that draw rather, with Uruguay. Kennedy. Conroy is off the park. The race car goes back into the garage and gets a little reprieve ahead of tomorrow's qualifying semi-final, where they will take on Germany. McNulty goes through and makes the tackle. Roach on the park as well. Roach having to slide hard in cover D. Gets back and makes the tackle with the help of Levy. Russia look up, figure they're out of options, and they stab it up the park. Maybe not the play when you're down by 33 and up against a rampant Irish outfit. Roach gets his knees to the ground. He's in turn released. O'Shea out in front for Kennedy. Lovely work from Kennedy. Gets it one further out. Another reload inside, and it is O'Shea and Ireland, who are oh so good, going up by 38. Kick to come.
Well, fitting for me that it's Greg O'Shea gets his second try. It's a team try. They're all backing each other up. They're all offering options and taking the correct options. O'Shea rewarded for his work on the inside support line. What a performance from Ireland.
It has been a complete effort from Anthony Eddy's men.
Does he ever smile? He's got the bit of the Titchens in him.
And to smiler. Deep down, he'd be buzzing at the thought of the encounter tomorrow against Germany. They can win that and they go through to the big one with a chance to achieve core status on the HSBC Sevens World Series in 2020. 10 seconds to play. McNulty, as he's done all game, comes through, gets up. Roach keeps it alive, and here he is again. 2 tries in around about 30 seconds for O'Shea. It's an absolute smash-up.
Well, I'm going to take you back to my comments off the top when I said that comprehensive pool victory over Ireland really isn't relevant. It's going to be a close one. 45 points to nil at the moment with a conversion to come.
And as you'd expect, the chip shot from in front is on the score sheet too. Full time. Ireland stamp themselves as favourites at the business end in the qualifying draw with an absolute rout of Russia. Full time here. Ireland 47, Russia 0.
Comprehensive win there for Ireland, and they will meet Germany in the first semi-final. The third quarter-final features Chile against a much improved Tongan outfit out to impress. Felipe Brangier, he captains Chile once more, and this is the team that drew with South Africa in Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago and beat France on the way. And Tonga, well, they've shown up well, although they lost to Hong Kong earlier on today, and their resources are depleted in as much that Tapua Lewelu, number 11 there, is injured, and they have Fine Inisi suspended for 3 games. So the options limited for Tevita Tuifua on the bench for this one. So Felipe Brangier missed out on the Vancouver tournament, where Chile were the invited guests. Tonga led out by Tana Fotofili. Alongside me is Jean-Baptiste Gobelet. And what are your thoughts on this one, Jean-Baptiste? Chile and Tonga. Chile very strong, but Tonga have got some power in their ranks.
Yes, 2 teams who know already the World Series. They play, like you said, in Vancouver and Vegas with Chile, and for Hamilton and Sydney for Tonga. So they know the intensity, they know what they need to do to win a game and to put a big tempo.
From Fiji, our referee is Tevita Rokobereni. And it'll be Chile to kick off this third qualifier quarter-final. Tonga looking to claim possession early on and retain possession. The Sevens is all about possession and territory. Chile kick long. So here we go. Isaiah Hallo, top point scorer after the pool matches for Tonga, and joint top scorer with Rodrigo Fernandez of Chile. Not much to choose between these 2 teams. They won 2, lost 1 on their way to the quarter-final. Tonga looking to break out on their own half through Otu Mausia. Most of this Tongan squad play in New Zealand.
Yeah, that's contest from Silva. Just contest the ball. There is no support from the Tongan player. Yeah, Silva realized a very good tournament, you know. A good link man, good defender.
So a chance for Chile to show what they can do with the ball in hand. Pedro Vershai. Oops. Fernandez goes without the ball, but no harm done. An injection of pace comes in from Francisco Matuazi. The ball ripped from his grasp in the tackle. And Tonga looking to move it wide and perhaps get 1 or 2 of the pace men on the ball.
I tackle, you know. So play quick for Tonga.
Lotu Inisi steps out of the tackle. Good work by the big guy, the youngster. Oh.
Ouch. Oh, yeah.
Everybody needs to be on point if you're going to just flick a no-look pass.
What a carry from this boy, you know. Nice, and trying to do a no flood. Lotu Inisi, big man, you know, on the line of Tonga.
The Chilean coach, Edmundo Olfos.
Sit.
Snapped up at the base. And Francisco Matuazi is there once again. On halfway, it's Ignacio Silva taking the contact. No way through for Pedro Vershai. Matuazi through the hands, it goes to Francisco Uroz. The tackling is solid from Tonga, but it's illegally done, says the referee. Half chance here, perhaps, if they can move it wide quickly, because all the Tongan players are on the far side of the field. Another penalty awarded.
Yeah, free penalty conceded from Tonga. A little bit too much from discipline. We need to be careful about this.
So Chile come again through Francisco Uros, the long floated pass out on the right. Uros takes it up almost to the try line, a metre too short perhaps. Tonga fall over in the tackle, but they've turned it over, they've stolen the ball. Great work there, Tana Fotufili, the captain, wearing 5, and he is just setting it up a yard or metre or so from his own try line. Aided and abetted by Inisi, and he is thrown back in the tackle towards his own try line. A series of penalties now. How long will it be before referee Rocco Vereni has a word with the Tongans, if not go to his pocket?
A big pressure for Chile on the Tonga. So now a set piece with penalty.
Let's see whether there's a set move here. Not really. It's left to the big guys once again. Francisco Uros, slow ball for the captain Felipe Bronje. Now then, surely it has to come out wide. Bershai wrapped up in the tackle, 5 metres short of the Tongan try line. It's been all Chile in the opening 5 minutes or so of this match. The third quarter-final, and the score, the opening score will come, and it falls to Julio Blanc.
A brilliant try from Chile. They find the solution with Blanc, and look at the good work of support, because this is a key for Chile. There's a good support on each ruck, and Blanc goes on the ruck, nice clean, and nice ball for Blanc in the corner. Well done, Chile.
So this conversion attempt from Rodrigo Fernandez just drifts wide of the upright. Well, Chile have the advantage of having played in 2 recent tournaments, so they're up to speed. Tonga, they showed up well in Hamilton, as you said, Jean-Ba. Gold ticket awaits the winner of the qualifiers. Snatched back by Ignacio Silva. Great work, Francisco Matuaze. Uros, patient. That's well taken by Silva on the return. And Tonga at the moment can't get their hands on the ball. Chile pressing forward, looking for his second tries. Julio Blanc back into the hands of Rodrigo Fernandez, and that's his 4th try of the weekend. Patient build-up there from Chile, and they're rewarded with a second try. Rodrigo Fernandez.
Now look at this patience from Chile. They play good, they go on the ruck, they gave good ball from Blanc, and after a perfect offload, look at this offload. This is the way to play against Pacific players, to avoid a maximum of ruck and to give the perfect ball to your partner.
So the conversion is unsuccessful. Chile lead by 10-0, and Tonga so far have not got out of their own half.
Like you said, it's very important to know that the best preparation for Hong Kong, it is to do a World Series tournament one month before, and is what they do in Vancouver and Vegas.
So the hooter goes. Chile, have they claimed the restart? It's all untidy, ball kicked out, and referee Rocco Vereni will call time on the opening 7 minutes, and it's those 4 penalties conceded that have put pressure on Tonga in the opening 7 minutes, and has resulted in 2 tries for Chile. Could they be on their way to another semi-final? It's Chile 10, Tonga 0.
Está perfecto, la posesión y la paciencia está perfecto. Hay que mantener un poquito más de pie en el contacto, sí, echar tirando un poco y mantener, cuando ya no emociones, mantener un poquito más de contacto, darle tiempo al apoyo, trabajar antes, más que tirarnos de cabeza a atacarlo, ¿se entiende? En defensa, perfecto, más control del tackle, nos van a buscar. Lo único que tienen ellos es buscar el vuelo y pasarnos por ahí, así, control. Chequémosla afuera, la van a por afuera y se van a complicar muy afuera. ¿Para qué? Ir al vuelo antes de mover, ¿estamos?
Ahora, ¿qué opinas? Que vienen de una salida atrás. No, vamos a disputar. Escucha, más decisión la salida. Yo estoy solo para mirar atrás, ojo.
Escucha, vamos a partir, van a pasar la pelota, ahora en recepción. Una buena recepción y tenemos la pelota hasta marcar Chay. Estamos, ¿no? Partimos recibiéndola, tenemos una
dale,
estamos más.
Dale. Excelente primer tiempo, muchachos, bien.
There's one more cup quarter-final qualifier to come, and it features the host nation Hong Kong against the Philippines, who crept through as the 8th qualifying team. Tremendous atmosphere here, and there's been a great crowd here all day enjoying the Sevens competition, but it's serious business down there on the turf. Ocho Marcia will get the second half underway. His team trailed by 10 points, 2-0, dropping the ball just beyond the 10-metre line, giving chase, and a hefty hit as well was the captain. There he is, Tana Fotofili. Chile, yes, they've turned it over once again. Great work by Chile, and this is their third qualifying tournament in succession. They bowed out at the semi-final stage to Germany on both occasions in 2017 and 12 months ago.
Yeah, we see a forward from Blanger on this offload. They want to force the offload. is not the coach say at the halftime. He said to keep the ball and to control the ball and don't force the offload. They try to do and to break very quickly the defense.
Yeah, respect the ball and retain possession. That's key to Sevens rugby.
Sit.
Great work by the Tongans there, just turning the scrum. Lotuinisi in midfield. Gets it back. That looks more promising for Marcia. Just lost in the contact. It's a long weekend for these teams if you're not familiar with the tribulations of Sevens.
Look at the good attitude from he lose the ball like this, Marcia. Each ball are very important in this kind of game. It's so much important to be careful, to don't force the offload and get possession. Get the possession is a key on the Sevens.
Yeah, Chile in the driving seat. 2 minutes into the second period. So the referee has a quiet word.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Digging deep was Francisco Metwaze, and just about manages to get the ball away as far as Urios. Well, the kick anywhere downfield will do. No one giving chase though. And Chile need to reorganize their defenses here, and that's exactly what's spotted by Isaiah Holo, the
Got to release immediately.
Yeah, you need to
player who poses the greatest threat for Tonga. Change of direction. Inisi steps off his right foot, takes it over halfway. Look at the power of this man, the youngster from Auckland. That's a great little offload from Josh Moala. You can expect big hits, but the Chileans are quite adept at taking those hits. Now then, here's a chance. Edward Sunia gets it down, flips it down behind the try line for Tonga's opening score. Now they're back in the hunt.
That's the comeback of Tonga with this guy, no? Inisi, who offer a wonderful offload and give to this ball to Sunia, who breaks the defense and go to the try line. Yeah, Inisi, major player on the side of Tonga. Very difficult to put it down. And Sunia makes difference. You can see a tackle a little bit too high from number 5, Fernandez.
An awkward challenge on the try scorer. Tonga could well have done with that conversion, but they have their score, 10-5. This is where it gets a bit tense. Francisco Uros, the first initial ball carrier. Out on the left-hand side, twisting one way, then the other, Ignacio Silva, and committing 3 Tongan defenders. There should be some space somewhere, and the Chilean backs stretched right across the field, but it's kept close to. Lovely handoff. The challenge coming in, the robust challenge from Aseo Halo, again deemed illegal by the referee. A hint to an obstruction, perhaps. The ball needs to come out into the hands there of the replacement Filippo Neira, and in for a second try at the corner. Julio Blanc has the presence of mind to take it closer to the posts. A second try for the Chilean, number 11. And order has been restored.
That brilliant try, you can see, coast to coast. They come back in the close side with Silva, who get a beautiful defend and also a big impact. And after, all the smart, all the clever of the Chilean player who play well and gives the ball to the outside to Blanc again for a try.
Yeah, the ball is quicker than the man, Jomba. Well, conversions are not finding their mark. The uprights stay red. Time off then as Chile want to make a substitution here. Not much to choose between the statistics other than the one that's on the top left-hand corner. Chile 15, Tonga 5, 10 points the difference. Kick down centre field favoured. It's been a long day. Lotu Inisi showing his frustration there.
Yeah, be careful about this. You can take a yellow card easily. You need to keep your calm at this level of competition.
Tonga came here with high hopes, didn't they, of progressing in the competition. But they've only got 42 seconds and they need 2 scores, and that conversion, that missed conversion, could have forced the game perhaps into extra time if they could only get their hands on the ball here. But Chile have managed the game well, Jean-Bart.
Yes, they keep the ball, they do nice work in the ruck. Also, they come back in the close side and get a lot of space for the coast to coast after. So it's well played from Chile and smart enough with the playmaker.
And they have greater experience, and that is what you'd expect with 3 sets of brothers in the squad. The Mtwaze brothers, the Neira brothers, and the Versailles brothers. Although it's just the one Versailles brother here this weekend. So final opportunity then for Chile. They're safely through to the semi-final, and another huge challenge coming in from Tonga. But the final word might go to the Chilean captain, Brangier, back inside, the ball chipped forward. Advantage Tonga. And they'll run in this one from their own 22.
Oh.
I'll need offload the captain, Tana Fotofili, and you can hear those hamstrings pulling as Fotofili goes over and round under the sticks.
Ah, yes.
To no avail, I'm afraid.
What a offload from Maosia. So nice. He fixed 2 players. We'll see again. Maosia going for the 2 players. and give a perfect ball to his partner. You just need to run and score a try. But Chile go in semi-final.
Yeah, they played some attractive rugby this weekend, have Tonga. The conversion does light up the goalpost this time, but Chile have won and they will go through to the World Rugby 7 Series qualifier semi-final. And they'll wait the winner of Hong Kong and Philippines to see who they meet. But for now, let's congratulate Chile on a job well done. They've defeated Tonga by 15-12.
The HSBC World Rugby 7 Series is a global competition that visits 10 locations across 5 continents. 16 international teams compete at each round, where they battle for valuable overall series points. There are 15 core teams on the series, and at each round, one invitational team qualifies to play through a regional competition. So how does your typical Sevens tournament work? Well, the format is exactly the same for each round. There are 4 pools made up of 4 teams. The teams in each pool are determined by positions carried forward from the previous tournament. Teams play each other once, with the top 2 in each pool progressing to the Cup quarter-finals. The bottom 2 teams will compete for series points in the Challenge Trophy. The knockout format for the top 8 teams consists of quarters, semis and a final to determine the tournament winner, with medals awarded for gold, silver and bronze. Series points are awarded at each of the 10 tournaments, so it's all to play for. The tournament winner receives 22 points, while the 15th and 16th place teams take home just the 1. After 10 rounds, the team with the most points is declared series champions. The team with the least amount of points is relegated from the series. It's fast, it's furious, and it's action-packed entertainment. Welcome to the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series.
3 of the 4 semi-finalists have been found, and now the hosts, Hong Kong, take on the Philippines. They're resting at Woodward and McQueen, but there's still plenty of class with Kamshing and Morrison for Hong Kong. And for the Philippines, keep an eye on Donald Coleman, wearing jersey number 8. Captain alongside me, and the hosts have been in great form with 3 good wins.
Yeah, unbeaten so far in their 3 games, and coming out with a smile on their faces as well to their home crowd, which has stayed here to watch them try and qualify for the main round and give themselves an opportunity. They meet each other in pool play. See Hong Kong beating the Philippines comprehensively in that first game. They're still giving themselves a chance here. They have the Philippines 1 and 2 in Rugby Asia, these 2 countries. I'm sure this is going to be a lot closer.
Yeah, they were impressive, weren't they, the Philippines, on that last match against Zimbabwe to win 24-12. The Argentinian Francesco Gonzalez to control this match. Hong Kong resting a number of their key players, and so they'll make an impact from the bench. We're underway. The final quarter-final in the qualifiers for 2019 gives the Philippines the first chance to try and get the ball through the hands. Coleman takes it into the contact and then picks and goes again. Out to Howe. Olivier, easy to identify, wearing jersey number 7. And this is Howe. Ryan Howe gets on the outside of Coverdale. Weenie and jersey 4 with a loopy pass, and eventually it finds its target. Olivier comes across, and then the tackle loses the ball, and so the possession being lost here, and just a few nerves. And there is the Hong Kong coach.
Yeah, Paul John, former Welsh
international, and Frano Bodica, from All Black star, in charge of their two countries. Good defense here from Hong Kong, just causing their turnover on Patrice Olivier. He's been very good for this Philippines team. Their first 3 games. Look out for him to get an offload away, but he's going to be caught in some defence.
Pressure from the Philippines, and Kam Shing immediately gets caught. They hold him up and then they strip the ball. And fight at the breakdown to try and get a steal here, and it's Donald who's put his hands in and stolen it, and now he's off. Coleman gets the ball out the back to Coveney. Sweeper comes across. Coveney does the right thing by angling back in field. And now they go on the attack, the Philippines. No space there. Weenie out to Berry. Olivier trying to get on the outside of Lee. Cardo Lee did really well to stay with the bigger player.
Well, it all started from the initial break. Good work at the breakdown too from Donald Coleman. He knew he wasn't going to have the pace to go on the outside. Look at the way he just places the support player in some good position. Justin Coveney. 2 handling errors, unfortunately, for the Philippines. That last one could have been anything. Olivier trying to go on the outside. He's got long levers too, trying to get it over.
Not going to get too many chances against this Hong Kong side. They need to make sure that they can take toll in good field position, but it's Hong Kong ball. Scrum goes the way of the hosts. Bobble of the ball, and now the kick for Kam Shing to chase. We're off to the races here in Hong Kong. The bounce of the ball is there. It's juggled and pushed back. Referee says play on, but great chase there from Jack Neville to get there first and to tap the ball back, heading towards Kam Shing.
Yeah, good option with the kick as well. As the playing one bounces up nice and high. Look at the chases there. Oh, unfortunate. I thought they was knocked back initially. Some early jitters from both teams. A couple of handing errors from the Philippines, one there from Hong Kong. And the scrums, the Philippines have been applying a lot of pressure there.
Well, it's all to play for now, isn't it? It's knockout football. Coming 8th doesn't really count for anything except for the next 10 minutes. Barini, Olivier, he's got Howe to his right, and that's who he feeds. The smaller player gets it back. Nothing really on for the Philippines, so they take it back, and now on the tackle from Morrison, it's quickly released back to where the forward started. This is Coleman. Breaks the first, can't get rid of the second. Coverdale is there. Good strength shown by Coveney to keep his composure and to keep them there. And Olivier now breaks through, needs a little bit of support. Arrives quickly, it's cleared. Not a good pass from Young. Buwini. They really enjoy this left-hand flank here, and it's that man again, Coveney. In support. Berry. The counter-ruck is good from Hong Kong, and now the steal to Coverdale. He gives it now to Webb with some footwork. Not coming through the gate, the Philippines.
Oh, I thought they might have gone quick there, Hong Kong. They had the Philippines backpedaling. Jack Neville decided not to take it. The amount of passes from the Philippines, totally dominant. Just shows you how much tackling and defending Hong Kong have had to do. Because of their domination and passes, they've had a lot more carries than the Philippines, but now they find themselves only 5 metres out from their own line.
Four missed tackles from Hong Kong. Haven't conceded any points, and now in a very good attacking opportunity, Lee Cato gets the ball in nice and high. Stepping is Webb. Gets it back to Cato. Morrison to the line. Best passage of play here for Hong Kong, and they've got numbers out to the left if they want to move the ball there. Changing the angle and coming back is Neville again. Over the top goes that man Coleman, very good at the breakdown. Possession now for the Philippines. Well, they look to try and get it out to Howe. He's their speed man. And Bawini just drops the hammer and races off. Howe is coming. Kamshing comes back to get him. Bawini needs some support. Olivier, he's run away from his support players. American football style pass. Tim Berry with the kick and chase. Here's Howe. He's the quickest. And Howe win the race and score the first try for the Philippines.
Oh, it's not the most popular try, but it was a good one, no doubt about that. Ryan Howe with the dot down, but the break from Tim Bueni within his own 22. Olivier, good pass to stand away for his support players. I like the option as well. From a chip behind, they were absolutely out on their feet, Hong Kong. And the easiest of put downs from Ryan Howe.
Approval from the coach, Frano Bodica. Now looking for the conversion, the 2 points. Green lights for the Philippines, and finally they get some reward for dominating all of the stats that you were mentioning earlier.
And they had to, just felt like for their own confidence. Tim Berry, I like the way he had that heads-up play to use that kick in behind. Here he is here to get us restarted.
They go deep and he's kicked it out on the full, so an error.
Huge error. Willie, that's absolutely huge. For this Hong Kong team, that has just let them off the hook. They're stunned a little bit, Hong Kong. He's overcooked this by a mile.
Get the ball, please, sir.
For Friday night, Hong Kong, the victors by 33 points to 7. Finals footy now, and let's see what Hong Kong can do in the next moments. We're into referee's time now. They're looking for the steal. Eventually it comes back to Webb, out to Cato. Jones. Again, it's recycled. And Hong Kong will look for some magic from Morrison. He gets it out to Cavadale. Breaks the first and second tackle, goes in close to the 22, and they recycle now. Good passage of play. Lovely shape, and they've got some numbers here too. Cato with the pass. Out to Kamshing. Yu Kamshing. Back to Cato. And now onto Webb. Getting their playmakers involved in the game as well. Quick hands here needed. And it gets out to Cavadale. Doesn't think he's got the pace to get around Berry. They loop. The tackle was a good one coming in from Coveney. From right to left and left to right. Now they step. And the offload. Cato was there, but he held onto the ball. Did Lee Jones. The penalty will come. Kamshing taps. Kamshing to the line. Yu Kamshing. He hasn't given it yet.
I think this is going to be okay, Willie.
Just double check.
Okay, just double check to make sure he's put it down.
GMO call.
Yu Kamshing, though, was over the line.
Yes or no, please.
Some great scramble from the Philippines. Put themselves in this position. This is after the tap penalty. A double hit. He absorbs it. Oh, she's down all right.
Thank you.
And it came from the mistake from the kickoff, Willie. The Philippines gave up possession. Hong Kong were good enough after multiple phases and the penalty. The urgency shown by Yu Kamshing.
In front of the south stand, they enjoyed that moment, and now to tie it. Green post means we're all locked up. 7 gone, and that's the score here between the Philippines and Hong Kong in the 4th quarterfinal of the 2019 qualifiers.
Change everything. Okay, we've got to make sure that we keep hold of Pill. If you're a little guy, don't take it into contact. Okay, we have time down here just to get it wide. We've got to get it wide. We've got them when we stretch it. Don't take it into contact if we don't have to. If we do, then make sure you're telling somebody so we get the support players in there quickly. Otherwise, the defence is awesome. The defence is great. Okay, good hitting, good talking. We're bringing it up.
Come on, boys! Energy,
Energy, boys. Nothing to worry about. Come on, let's go. Energy, big energy. Come on.
Good hustle, boys. Boys. In addition to what both say, stick to our core roles. Think about our roles of the kickoff, and then we have stick to our structure. Going good, boys. Fucking mean. Well,
it's been going off the last couple of days. And as you'd expect, Willie, the home crowd getting a lot of support, which has been amazing.
You were the MVP here in 2000 and 2001. You know what a special place it is, and they love their sevens, and they would love their team to book a place in the semi-final tomorrow. 7 minutes stands between them and victory, and what a difference a day makes. 33-17 last night, totally different situation here. Tim Berry with the high restarts. Olivia came in, and now McQueen gets it going nice and quickly. The ball in the pass to Kamshing. Unfortunately drifted forward.
Yeah, they didn't need to take it quickly though, Hong Kong.
We have to be good to okay, thank you, sir. Just
Real discipline from the Philippines costing them at the moment. Possession hasn't cost them on the scoreboard, but they have to keep their composure a little bit more. Hong Kong don't need to rush things like that.
They brought a few players on as well. Their captain Woodward is on from off the bench as Berry surveys the option right, passes left, and now that's a wobbly old pass that's along the ground as well. And quickly to make the tackle is Morrison. Philippines going backwards, but they've got possession. And you heard their coach and Frano Bodika saying if you have to go into contact, do, but if you're a smaller player, let's just try and push it to the edges. Here's the try scorer. He's lost the ball, and it's at the contact now. What does the referee say?
It's going to be a knock-on first from the Philippines. 50-50 ball at best from Ryan Howe. A little bit of indecision. They drop it off late. Just needs to take that ball into the setup. A rush ahead. A little bit of an experience. And at this level, Willie, in these situations, that's what costs you. Alex McQueen in the midfield for Hong Kong, a dangerous player, very deep. Look for him in the centre to be a real impact.
Crouch. Bind.
Yu Kam Shing
Set.
heads to the bench. He's done all he can for his team and country, and now Cato gets it out to Webb. There's the man Kautanana was talking about. They've got space out on the right-hand side. Stepping, reaching, metre short. Now he picks and goes. Webb's over.
Ball on the line, but check.
Okay. Check.
Well, it's big moments, so we have to make sure that he get the call right. I think it's going to be A-OK. There was no one to the left-hand side of the ruck for the Philippines. Russell Webb was the third man into that ruck. Realised the situation and dove over. Does he have control? There it is there.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
I can see why the in-goal assistant referee did say check it, because it looked like he didn't have full hold of it in his hand, but he had downward pressure. There was no space in between.
You mentioned it, Carl, the impact of Alex McQueen.
Yeah, just taking the ball forward there, holding that last defender, just enough for this guy to have an opportunity. And Tom McQueen. And then Russell Webb finishes it off. Just remember those penalties given away from the Philippines now. They have to get this kick off.
Nice and high too. They get up and challenge, but the Philippines use the lifter to secure possession. Now they're going to have to go 75 metres. Howe gets it out to Olivia, and now back to Donald Coleman. Good defence coming in from Hong Kong, and he to release, and the referee says that shot was high.
They just need to kick this out here. Do the Philippines settle down, just get out of their own 22. Execute their set-piece play. I think the more faster pace this game is, that probably suits Hong Kong. Is it out? I think he's kept that in, has he? Well, no, unlucky. Here's the high shot on Coleman. Fair play too, it was round the chin. He's been strong, Donald Coleman. Nearly some excellent work. You see the foot on the line.
They get up and compete to Hong Kong, and they win the contest in the air. Terrific work.
Release.
Releases the call. Woodward gets it out to Webb, the try scorer now in the midfield. McQueen. They bring it back to where all the forwards are. The dummy, the show and go. Still an opportunity here, and they've got the advantage as well. The dummy from Alex McQueen gets it back to Morrison.
Long advantage here for Hong Kong, and that's the one. They go quick.
Webb out to his captain, Woodward. They work a little bit of magic, and now Cato. Cato to the line, releases out to Bryant. He's brought down. Webb is there, not held, picks up and goes again. Cato out to McQueen. One more McQueen, one more pass, and here comes another try. Tom McQueen in the corner. The impact from the bench has been sensational, and Hong Kong get a little closer to that semi-final.
Yeah, well taken try. This is just the back end of a great execution. No one on the outside. Tom McQueen with the dive. And the third try for his side.
No, play it. They are not in your line.
What do they do here, Carl? With 2 minutes to go, do they go to the air short, or do they look to try and force it down deep into the Philippines' half?
I think in this situation it's about possession and kickoffs. You see this disorganisation in terms of the Philippines, and they've been dominating the restarts Hong Kong, so I think they'll probably go there one more time.
Sorry, we have a replayment.
Max Woodward is the man in the blood, and so he'll get repaired and get back on, and now it's all ahead of the Philippines. It was 7-all at the break. The high restart from Jamie Hood. Buini couldn't take it initially, but it's gone backwards, and now they try and hold up the player Berry to Coleman. Good strong leg drive, and then the offload gets them outside their own 22. They go a little wider on this occasion. Nice pass from Dawson. Hong Kong strong, and now the dummy gets them through the gap. Berry steps, looking for some support, kicks it along the ground. Dawson chases, and he can't do that to a player on the ground. Hong Kong have possession.
I don't know why you kick the ball away. You try and keep your support, find him. It's a 50-50 decision. You can see there, you had support players there too.
You're going to a line out?
Tim Berry.
Hong Kong in no hurry at all. They're going to walk to this line out, and look at that. The penalties you mentioned really starting to hurt them now.
Well, this Hong Kong team, they'll win this line out and kick it into row Z. 12 seconds left between them and a semi-final spot, and an opportunity to go to a final, get on the circuit full time.
Lee Cato, they've got the ball. There's a siren, he kicks it out. Hong Kong are through to the semi-final. And the hosts get reward for finishing first in the round-robin play. 3 tries to 1 after it was 7-all at the break. And Hong Kong have come home the stronger, beating the Philippines by 17 points to 7. So this is what that result means for tomorrow. Two semi-finals has Germany against Ireland, who was so impressive against Russia, winning 47-0. Chile too good for Tonga by 3 points, and they're the hosts, getting home over the Philippines. And then the trophy quarters tomorrow will look like this. Scotland will be first up against Spain. Australia will meet Portugal. Wales and Japan, who are around the 14th, 15th spot of the competition, who will be looking for valuable points. In Canada, will take on Kenya. And the cup draw has South Africa, the series winners, against USA, the series leaders at the moment. Fiji, who are looking for their 5th consecutive cup here in Hong Kong against Argentina. England will play Samoa. And France, who were devastating on days 1 and 2, will take on New Zealand. Series player tracker in the DHL impact player has Jeff Oluch working hard both on defence and also the breaks, offloads and carries ahead of Santiago Alvarez from Argentina and Joan Losada from Spain. It's been a fantastic day. Hope you can join us tomorrow for more Sevens action from the Hong Kong Stadium.